This is Sasha Khan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm ranking martial arts for women's self-defense. And before you say, oh, why are you talking about that? What do you know about that? You're not a woman. Initially, ages ago on my channel, a woman asked me, what martial art do you recommend for women? So I'm allowed to say this. First, I'm going to create a don't know section for those I know little to nothing about. Okay, add row below. Orange. So Aikido goes in the new don't know section because I've never done Aikido. Bare knuckle boxing. Well, I think legally it's a grey area, and also except for Jules Gray, I don't know if there are that many prominent female bare knuckle boxers. I mean, I presume she competes against other women, but they're obviously not famous, or don't appear to be famous when I googled it. I think a class would be over 90% men, so many of the women who would be most likely to need women's self-defense might feel uneasy about that. Also, I don't know about relying purely on punching and blocking punches would be the best strategy for an average-sized person if they were physically female. Whereas a lot of grappling styles, there's more of an emphasis on using their opponent's strength against them. Then again, punching is going to happen in that kind of confrontation, so probably also a C. Actually, considering the environment factor, probably a D. So I know enough about it to know that it's good in general, but it's still going on the don't know. Judo, probably slightly below, but it would still overall be A, unless I create an A minus here, but then it's nitpicking. However, it's slightly less good than traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu, I'd say, just because traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu styles often have some striking. Don't know enough about it. I know it's from Kerala. Karate Kyokushin, I've seen some videos of that. It's got elements from Muay Thai in it, I believe. It's full contact karate. I've seen clinching, kicks, punches that were effective. So I'd say it's probably here. Because I've seen highly effective stuff to do with both men and women competing in that. And it's got a combination of intensity, but also doesn't rely purely on strength. I'd say, well, Shotokan, because that's the only other form of karate I'm familiar with, probably a D, because it's not primarily designed to self-defense. Okay, Casey, don't know. I just know head guards from Casey. Kickboxing, probably it would be above boxing just because it also has kicks, so an A. Krav Maga. Now, although I think Krav Maga is overrated, because obviously when you've got planes and the backing of the world's powerful country, that's a joke. Yeah, I think Krav Maga, the techniques are overrated, but because the techniques are somewhat okay, and they have kind of dirty fighting, which can be necessary, say that's also a B for women's self-defense specifically. And also, it's just a fact that, despite my other criticisms, the IDF does have one of the highest densities of women in any army in the world. Senegalese wrestling don't know enough and know even less about women's divisions in Leaf Way. Again, don't know, because I don't even know if it is widely taught to women. Don't know. MMA. So I'd say some of the environments might be seen as unwelcoming, rightly or wrongly. Obviously, I'm not qualified to comment on whether or not it's welcoming to women, because I'm not one. But I'd listen and appreciate any opinions of women in the comments about this. However, it is very versatile, so I would put it at C. Muay Thai. I train in a Muay Thai class, and there are some women who train there as well. I know I have more experience in Muay Thai than in most other martial arts. And it is in general a very highly effective martial art. I would put it at probably A, actually. Which means kickboxing will probably be at B, because Muay Thai has slightly more clinching. Pankration, don't know. Sambo, which is Russian acronym for self-defense without weapons. Okay, it's nothing to do with certain offensive American terminology, which I think originates in the Spanish colonies of the Americas, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it's nothing to do with that. It originates from an acronym meaning self-defense without weapons. It's traceable to Soviet times and includes elements of judo, catch wrestling, boxing, and many others. I would say it's an A. Sanda is Chinese kickboxing, don't know. Savate, because it emphasizes kind of technique and dexterity rather than strength, but also has highly versatile kicks for self-defense. It was basically a more aesthetic version of street fighting in like the hood of Paris in the 19th century. So yeah, that would be a Shaolin Kung Fu, don't know. Pencak Silat, probably a B, but no expert. Sumo, I'd say probably a D, just because of its emphasis on weight. I know there is also skill in sumo. Sistema, I'd say probably a C. I actually did look at some Russian military Sistema, and I don't think Sistema is as bad as people think. Tai Chi, now I think there's loads of good things about Tai Chi. Most of them are also in yoga, but I mean, you know, it doesn't do any harm in terms of self-defense necessarily. However, in terms of self-defense, I still put it at a D. Taekwondo, probably a C, if it's a highly self-defense oriented course. Please forgive me, Matthew Averis, for not putting it higher. Okay, don't know. Val Judo, probably B. Wing Chun. Now, I actually do happen to know about this because my self-defense teacher is highly trained in Wing Chun. And the thing with the wooden dummy is so that you can see an opening when you've just escaped from something and then you can strike. And Wing Chun is relatively good in terms of striking arts for defeating a stronger opponent, and I think there's some grappling. So Wing Chun is probably also an A. And these all go in the don't know. Save. Download image. smaller.